Shalom, my name is Yehoshua and this is being made from Jerusalem. First, it's a commentary on Barack Obama's press conference in Indianapolis. Let us view it really in the context of a trailer. First things first, we want to put the people of Indiana and Americans on the same page because, in fact, in reality, the whole world is now on the first page of the same page. The same page meaning the first page of man and mankind's redemption. Why? Because the end of man and mankind's exile has begun, folks. And this is the important and the central message that comes out of Jerusalem, and it can only come from Jerusalem, and it is. It confirms the collapse of the local reality globally. It's complex. It operates on 4 levels: the psychosocial, the behavioral, the cognitive, and the psycholinguistic level. On the psychosocial level, it represents the collapse of the local reality and the 2 models of the East and West. And the primary model of the West is communism and democracy and capitalism in the East. Capitalism is imploding. That's what the world capital markets are in such acute distress about, and the crisis of the price of energy, gasoline, etc. So, and then secondly, on the cognitive level, the 2 largest economies in the world are in equal great distress, in particular America and Japan. And thirdly, secondly, I'm out of sequence. And secondly, the 2 largest monotheistic religions are undergoing a collapse of the local reality. And that local reality was that each are advocating ideologies of exile, and man and mankind is no longer in exile. So they're undergoing fundamental transformation. In fact, all 3 monotheistic religions, Judaism is no exception to that rule. We're in a new reality. Thirdly, the largest economies, and particularly led by America and Japan, are undergoing the same collapse of the local reality. And what was the local reality in macro terms? It was the old division of labor. The price of oil breaking $118 a barrel. I think that's I've lost track. It was 117, 118. It's setting incredible world records. That's the collapse of the local reality of the old industrial model of division of labor. Okay, who am I? I'm Yehoshua. I live in Jerusalem. I'm an American citizen. I'm the author of Humanomics in general and its new central organizing principle, Receiving to Give, in particular, and its second paradigm, the new economic paradigm, which is the integration of labor, which replaces the division of labor. The trilogy is about 2,500 pages. It's in its 5th draft. It'll be published when the lawyers approve on the internet, because there's proprietary material, etc. Okay, won't discuss that right now. Go into the details of that because it's too esoteric. But and it also has a few hundred graphics. Now, the final level of the collapse of the local reality, to get us all on the same page, is on the psycholinguistic level. Okay, so we have 4 levels in which the local reality is collapsed around the globe. This is the context. This is the context of fundamental change that is going to transform the structure fundamentally of the American economy. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this to get everybody on the same page, and in fact on the first page of President Obama's candidacy. And he said in this speech, in this press conference, I have a plan. So this video is a trailer to tell you what that plan is, only in very general terms. Specifically in the context of this very dialogic that you've just heard of the collapse of the local reality, that is a global phenomenon on 4 levels. I repeat again: the psychosocial, the behavioral, the cognitive, the psycholinguistic level, and the complexity and details, esoterically speaking, of its meaning are beyond this video. Let me just say that the most important fundamental part of the plan that Barack Obama has for Americans, and in particular for the state of Indianapolis, people, guess what? There is a new economic paradigm, and President Obama, well, first the campaign will be run, and the platform committee will table the campaign based upon promising the development, delivery, and acculturation of the new economic paradigm. President Obama will on day one seek and receive, without a doubt, a mandate from the U.S. Congress to develop, implement, and acculturate the new economic paradigm based upon a world-class global technological infrastructure that is based upon the new economic paradigm's model in the context of Humanomics, which is the East-West convergence model. Now, what's the purpose? Why? What's so great about this? Well, folks, guess what? With all of the gloom and doom that the end of the world is here, the new economic paradigm will retrofit, retrain, and re-educate the entire workforce from the beginning of the end of the first year of the project. It will be creating domestic content, sustainable jobs in the numbers of tens of thousands through year 11 until we have full employment, which is 0, 0, 0, not what economists call full employment, which is 4%. It will take the American economy and the G9 forward, but most particularly the econometrics, the macros of the econometric models suggest to us the following basic guidelines. It'll take us from 14 trillion, the present level, to 45 to 50 trillion gross domestic product, while at the same time tripling the purchasing power and value of the dollar. It'll eliminate the national debt, will eliminate the trade deficit, it will eliminate the Social Security deficit, and it will provide for national health insurance free for every American from cradle to grave, and it will also provide free education through the graduate level. Now, having said that, we've got a win-win situation here, folks. It'll also raise up the G9 dramatically, and in the out years, it will be spinning out and delivering dramatically significant multi-trillion-dollar surpluses for the LDCs to raise up their literacy, their poverty, to overcome their poverty, their literacy, and their disease problems, and many, many other problems. It's participatory. Now, the most significant, fundamental part of this transformation is that without there's a very major distress for me personally. I'm the author of Humanomics and its New Paradigms, and I get letters, emails insulting me and calling Barack Obama a communist and a socialist and this and that and everything. And there's no such thing as redistribution. Well, we have the masses of ignorant, but the vast majority of the responses that I get are very, very positive and excited about the new economic paradigm. Having said that, as the owner of the world-class intellectual property valued by experts in the range of minimum 50 billion to several $100 billion, it'll be put in an irrevocable public trust for the workers of America. And the net result is that as the mandate comes out of Congress for the world-class global technological infrastructure, it will be owned by the American people. Why? Because the underlying world-class international content, science and technology to produce this, meaning Humanomics in general and its paradigms in particular, will be owned by that trust, which the American people and the workers will own. And the net result will be is that it will provide the President of the United States and its governing board of the trust the rights to negotiate the distribution of the tremendous increases in the gross domestic product that take us from 14 trillion to 45 to 50 trillion, so that instead of getting an 80-20 split or a 70-30 split, which is the old socialist closet and the extreme bias of Wall Street to Main Street, we're going to go to 60-40, we're going to go to 50-50, 60-40, and 70-30, and so on, and so that the workers get significantly the greater share because they're going to be producing the wealth at the increased levels. This is the win-win situation, folks. This is for Americans. This is for Indiana, the state of Indiana. This is for Indianapolis and all of its communities. You have a fabulous governor, Sabelis. We love her, and vote for Obama. Give him a mandate. Give him a stunning win, and send the angry little girl home and all of her clawing and incitements. And thank you. I'm Yehoshua Yaakov from Jerusalem. Vote for Barack Obama. I'm Yehoshua Yaakov, and I endorse this message. And again, I endorse Senator Barack Obama for president. Vote for Barack Obama. Thank you, and shalom from Jerusalem.